Arizona is the biggest swing state that has such an intense ban. I think Florida has passed, and Georgia, Florida's going to pass on May 1st in force, and Georgia has passed 6-week abortion bans.
So anything after 6 weeks?
Yeah, and I believe
that's snug, bro. That's snug.
It's very snug.
That's snug because your period can be a little late. Like,
yeah, you could also get it right after your period, so it's up to like 7 or 8 that it takes to sort of kick in and notice.
Yeah, that's snug.
And
that's snug. They were good with that little 15 week or whatever.
15 weeks seems reasonable,
right? Why do they complain about that?
I don't know. Well,
you should know by then, yo. I'm sorry. If you don't know by then,
yeah, no, 15 weeks seems very reasonable.
15 weeks?
I think most people would find 15 weeks reasonable, and I think that's what Trump wants to make. He's saying, I want to make that the national law, 15 weeks, which seems reasonable.
You can even bring it down.
No, again,
you can bring it down. We can bring it down.
Why?
I'm just saying we could.
Here's
we
what
can
I
bring
will
it up
say.
though.
And this
we could, but like you should know. Like there are people who like they don't.
Also a tough decision for people to make. So sometimes you need a little time to think it over.
You might have a vacation plan. You don't know if it's going to happen.
Can you be honest? 15 minutes is a lot of time to think.
That's
over.
a lot of time.
Sleep on it. Sleep.
That's a lot of time.
People don't say sleep on it for, hey, Alex, sleep on this decision for the next 105 days. You know what I mean? Nobody does that.
Right.
Sleep on it 105 times.
105 days is crazy. Put it like that.
Thank God I got the math right. I just had to reconfirm
105 days is crazy.
Yeah. But you don't even know until day 40. So now that's shrunk to really 60 days.
Yeah, sleep on 65
65 days is crazy.
Yeah. So I think 15.
You really need 30 days. You really need 30.
It's like a refund at Best Buy or something.
Sorry. You need 30 after the initial 40.
Yeah.
You really need a good 70 days. If we're being honest, you need 7. You should be able to figure it out within 70.
10 weeks.
That's it. Look at your man. Do we got this? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think 15 weeks seems reasonable. I think 10 weeks
and then
seems reasonable.
Obviously for incest.
Yeah, so there's no exceptions for incest. I don't believe Florida, Georgia. There's 14 states.
Yeah, incest and rape, you gotta let
Here's
them.
what's very funny. Mississippi makes an exception for rape, but not incest.
That's fire.
Like, you're really playing into the stereotype of your state.
That's fire.
When you're like, well, incest, that could be love.
That's
you know what I mean?
fire. No, that's
so funny.
I like that. Know your brand.
Yeah.
Know your brand. I like that a lot.
Such a funny thing.
Is that true?
That's true. Yeah. No exception for incest, exception for rape.
Do you have to prove it's incest? Like, could you just go in and be like...
But that's what's funny is there's so much incest that's not rape for them, they can't bundle it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
most of the states, it's like getting your TV and internet at the same package.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Most states are probably just like, incest is always rape.
Yeah, exactly.
So we could just put
yes.
And then somebody had to go, I think we got to put incest as well. Because there's some consensuals out there that want to get rid of it.
Yeah, it is weird you have to put both. You know what I mean?
It should just be
Yeah.
And that falls under the umbrella.
You know what the worst part about it is? The incest. And you're like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the rape part.
Oh.
Yeah. But
brother.
Oh, brother. What
brother,
ew.
Do you know that?
No.
Oh, that shit is great.
Shout out to Grant.
Brother, Brother, disease. Okay, so.
This is kind of, I think, Democrats' only hope to really win the election because they're all saying this is Trump's fault. Even if Trump didn't push for this, he repealed Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
He put this in the state's hands. This is what happens under Republican rule.
Here's the thing. From what my experience in Arizona, they are like gun Republicans.
Yeah.
In that they're like, hey, we want freedom to have our guns. We want freedom. I don't even know if they care that much about like the government encroaching on their businesses and that kind of shit. Like, I don't even know if they care that much. I think they're just like, hey, we like guns.
Kind of libertarian vibes.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like even to choose to live out there in the desert, you're kind of like off the grid.
Yeah.
You know,
you're trying to abort themselves a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think that extends to, I don't think there's like religious conservative.
So what they're trying to do is get it put on the ballot. And if it gets put on the ballot, it will get voted down.
In a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think there are people who are trying to block it from getting put on the ballot on the conservative side. And this is where Alex was saying it's kind of fracturing the conservative party. Conservative party is getting more and more pro-choice and less like ardently pro-life. So now you got these guys, though, who are like, No, I did vote for this Republican guy or Trump or whoever because I thought you were going to outlaw abortion. I'm a single issue voter. That's the only fucking thing that matters to me. Now I feel very betrayed that you're suddenly backtracking. And like, you might not feel it with Trump, but Mitch McConnell was like, I haven't seen anything on this ruling. I don't know what's going on. Like, what a fucking non-answer that was. So you're looking at all of your leaders who you believed in, and you might feel away. And now there's this kind of fracture, and this issue is so polarizing and such a single issue thing. I will vote based on this one thing, that there does seem to be a splinter in the Republican Party.
Wow.
And this is the only chance this Democratic Party has to win, I think. Because they're so fucking weak, and they don't stand on anything. But what I can tell you is, you don't want that. And that's why it's becoming such a touch point and such a media issue.
So what do we think? Sorry, go.
The Attorney General also said, I'm not prosecuting anybody. I'm not prosecuting a patient or a provider under this draconian law, she called it.
70 days.
Shut up and make some drums.
I think 70 days is it.
70-day abortion ban, very reasonable.
Al, why so much? What's the latest one you did, yo? Yo, what was your latest?
So, real talk, as I was researching it, I was like, Al should have taken this down. Because there's a pill. I didn't know there's a pill you could take.
no.
And then I was like, that's probably how he got it every time.
For how many days?
Pill is crazy.
Wait, why is it? Wait.
It basically makes their body go through pregnancy. Like it forces the contractions. And so it's a painful process. Definitely get the nice little vacuum, scoop.
Hey.
But that's most though. I think most are chemical abortions.
Yeah, but that's the worst one. Like it's better to go for the nice little vacuum.
Yo, when you talk about it, like how they get it out of there, it feels like murder. Doesn't it?
Son, that's
When you
not-
talk about how they get it
What
out
are
of
you
there.
talking about?
What
You
do
got a
mean?
mass. Like,
Can we have
we got
Yo,
check if it's banana.
Bill Maher's getting killed for this.
Vacuum, chemical.
Yeah.
Like it just feels
They
like
have
you're
to
killing
chop it
something.
first.
Bill
Yeah.
Maher's getting killed for this. He was
What's
like,
his take?
he's like, yo, honestly, the Republicans who were like 15-week ban, y'all don't make any logical sense to me. The guys who make sense to me logically are like, life begins at conception. This is murder. I do believe it's murder. I'm okay with it being murder.
Yeah.
And then he says a joke thing that like, I love
There's 8
Sagar.
billion
Sagar,
people or
yeah,
something.
Sagar jumped on. He's like, there's 8 billion people in the world. We could lose a few. And I think Sagar kind of jumped on that, which I think, to give Bill Maher grace, he's just trying to be funny. I kind of look at it like, yeah, it is murder. I just think it's euthanasia as opposed to like, you know, when you kill somebody who's like terminally ill, that life doesn't, if your mom doesn't want you 14 weeks in, if she's been going through pregnancy for 14, 15 weeks and is still like, I don't want this motherfucker. I have doubts that that baby will have a good quality of life. Maybe it'd be better to just, for all parties involved in society at large. to
Yo,
just
you
not
know
do
how
it.
if you were on steroids, you get an asterisk on your home runs.
Yeah.
Can't this be like murder with an asterisk?
No.
Because it's not full murder.
I think that's how God looks at it.
Like you didn't murder a full person. So you know what I mean? Like if you murdered like let's say there was somebody who was like they're missing like half their body, right?
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Hold on, that's not the example.
Just no. This will be good. This will be
the
good.
example.
Listen.
So we take a
What is
midget, you
it?
just get half the time?
No. Let's say someone's missing half their body, right? And like you chopped in like what you were accused of, right? Is like chopping up their body into pieces and like putting it into a refrigerator. And then like it came out, it was only half the body, right?
Mini fridge.
Yeah, it would be a smaller fridge, but you'd also be like, all right, he didn't chop up the whole body. Like, it was 2 chops. It wasn't even that many chops when you think about it, right? So it was like you had to do what you had to do. What I'm trying to say is it's not full murder. Do you know what I mean? Like, full murder. And also, like, after a certain age, like, if you're like 85...
Yeah, that's the example. If you kill someone that's like 109.
Is that full murder? Or is that an asterisk?
Yeah.
Are you Barry Bondsing it a little bit?
Yeah.
So let's just talk it out. I could be wrong, but let's just talk it out. On the deathbeds, on the deathbed, you know, and you pull the plug.
Yeah.
But they're like, yo, you got a day left. Full murder?
Not even remotely murder.
But it is. You got a day left. You pulled the plug. You had a day. You had 24 more hours. Is that murder?
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
How does it work?
Like when they're hooked up to the machine, they can stay alive just based on the machine.
That's what I'm saying.
They have as many days as they want left.
Nope, not this situation.
Don't do that.
Not this.
Give me a solution now.
Yo,
Give me
Saved
a
by the Bell.
solution.
What about that? Saved by the Bell. I don't know. I'm gonna throw it out there. Listen, what about Saved by the Bell, Al? So check it, right? Saved by the Bell is this. We're fighting, right?
All right.
I, just so that you feel comfortable, your ego isn't bruised, you hit me, right?
Because we know.
That was condescending.
I know.
That was condescending.
Well, if I was gonna let him hit me, I had to be condescending first.
Okay.
Or I'm very kind and I knock him out.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's one or the other. I'm still having ego too. You know? Okay.
He would blow his shoulder out if
Yeah.
It's like, it's better if I hit him.
We couldn't even get into it. I knew we couldn't
What
even
is the
get
hypothetical?
The hypothetical can't even get there because Al and I can't agree who would win in a fight. Is it murder? Okay. So let's say hypothetical. We're fighting. You knock me out, right? But the round ends before the 10-second count. So I'm saved by the bell. Hold on now.
Why did
Hold
you say
on.
Max Gaethje? This
Hold
just
on
happened.
now.
This
No,
just
because
happened.
he wasn't.
Nah,
This is
he
the
got knocked
opposite.
out.
I see.
I'm saved
I
by
see.
the bell.
I see.
Okay, Mark?
I now understand.
Saved by the bell.
Boxing.
All right? How does that work for what we're talking about?
I think you got knocked out, dude.
So
I
what?
think you're
But
unconscious.
did I?
Yeah.
Did
I
I?
don't know
Yes.
if he did. No, technically
I don't know
he
if I did. Technically, I didn't.
I think I'm on to 10 weeks right now.
I think I'm right. Hold on. I think I'm
10
right.
weeks makes mad sense.
Yeah. No.
But
10
he's saying
weeks.
it's still partial murder.
No, I'm
With
saying
you,
saved by
I'm
the bell.
very worried
No,
about
I'm
signing
saying the murderer got saved by the bell.
Yeah.
The murderer got saved
it's
by
not
the bell.
murder. It's not murder.
Zach Morris murder.
This is why, oh my God, I threw this out there thinking that this wasn't going to work and we were going to like retrofit it, but it kind of does work. You're saved by the bell, right? You, as the murderer, get saved by the bell when you do it at 10 weeks. You don't know if that pregnancy would make it all the way.
That's true.
So technically,
Yeah, but
you are saved by the bell as a murderer. We can't call you a murderer because we don't know if you would have stayed knocked out or not. You got saved by the bell.
10 weeks.
Saved by the bell.
I like 10 weeks.
Son, whoa, not 10. 10. Wait, what is 10? 70 days?
70
Yeah.
days.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, 70 days is tight. No. You're right. 70 days is fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking when you said 10 weeks, it was 6. But it's
No,
not.
no.
It's
10
2.5 months.
Yeah.
1 month you miss your period. Okay, maybe you're going to Vegas. You're having some fun. Maybe you didn't have a lot of carbs.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 months you don't get a period. You're gonna start wondering. 2 months, 1 week, you should be like, all right, pregnancy test. Now you got 7 days.
that's all. Snug.
I think we might need a little longer, bro. I think I need. Hold on. We might need a little longer.
Wait.
Because the first month is a mulligan.
You
know
don't
what
think
that
if you
is?
haven't had your period in 6 weeks, I do know that, thank God. If you haven't had your period in 6 weeks, you're not going to be like, hey, I might be pregnant. No girl's going to be like, I should take a test. 6
No,
weeks.
because they didn't eat that week. Sometimes their periods don't come.
Yeah.
Sometimes, dead ass, their periods don't come.
But they can take a
sometimes.
pregnancy test anyway.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't do it. Why would they?
Because they missed their period.
because it's a 10-week abortion ban.
Son, that's important. But you don't take pregnancy tests for the same reason we don't take an STD test.
You don't want to find out?
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Too busy having
this
fun.
herpes is forming. I'm telling you, test or not.
But think about it. For that 2 months, they're too busy having fun because you don't have any period during that time where she's a little,
She outside.
Yeah,
But she's been nutted in.
all happy.
She's been nutted in multiple times.
She don't even know she's been nutted in. She was partying.
Yeah.
She didn't know. It was like, oh, they was fucking, like, whatever. It's fuck.
Freak off.
It's fuck time. It's a freak off. It's a Diddy party.
Yeah.
You was getting thrown
So how
around.
many weeks do you think they need?
Say again?
How many weeks do you think they need?
Let's talk it out, because now we know 70 is really too little.
It's too little.
Based on the psychology of a whore.
Yeah.
Think about it. You getting thrown around like a trout at a fish market in Seattle.
Yeah.
You don't know who's nutted in you or who isn't,
Uh-huh.
right? You come 70 days. 70 days later, you're like, I should get a pregnancy test. Or 60 days later.
Yeah.
60 days plus 7. 67 days later, you I should take a pregnancy test. You take a pregnancy test. Oh shit, you pregnant. Damn.
You got
You don't know if the guy who nutted in you was rich or not. You gotta figure that
You gotta
out.
look into it.
You can't figure that out in 3 days.
What if he's in a draft class and you don't know if he's about to go to the league?
You gonna abort a future NBA prospect?
But the draft is in 3 months.
You gotta wait. So now, based on this logic, you gotta go to the combine. You gotta see the vertical. You gotta see the 40. You gotta see what type of draft prospect this guy is. If he could go first round lottery pick,
Yep. Keeping it.
Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow. I'm telling you.
But you might need 3 more months. So now we're at 8
Hold
months.
on. We're not at 8. We're not at 8. We are at 10 weeks. Okay. We know that you're not really checking to see if you're pregnant or not until
Day
how many weeks?
67.
60 days, 67.
67.
Okay? How many days you need to decide if the guy who nutted in you is going to be rich or is rich?
It depends.
I would say, if we're just going to be fair, and let's err on the side of comfort here, 3 weeks. That puts us at how many weeks?
88 days.
Depends on the time of year too.
That's
is
my point.
what
Yeah.
do
about
they
12 and a half
taxes?
weeks.
Yeah.
We gotta see a tax return before.
Taxes are very important. The taxes are a stressful time. Can push it back a period even more. I'm thinking 3 months is safe. I'm thinking 3 months is safe.
12 weeks or 3 months. Those could be different.
You know what? You're fucking right. That's an actually really important thing that I learned after having a kid.
Yeah.
The reason they say the week shit is because 3 months is not the same as 12 weeks.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. Give them the months.
3 months.
No, we'll do weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah, weeks. It could be a short month.
Yeah.
It's a 12-week abortion ban.
12 weeks. Now, here's the thing. You're going to want an extra week.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
everyone procrastinates.
Also, you got to find your right doctor. You got to find your right clinic. You got to get the guy to pay for it.
Yeah.
He
Which
might not
vacuum?
want to pay
Which
for
vacuum
it.
are you using?
Which vac are you going to use? Now we're at 12.
And you
So-
might want to have a little fun.
So
You're like,
13
I can't get
13
pregnant again.
You might as well get nutted in. You
Yeah.
can't get pregnant again.
That's a lot.
13-week abortion ban?
Come on. Yeah.
But now you're at 13 miles.
Conservative.
If you're at 13 is bad luck. 13 is
Okay.
bad luck.
So 14-week abortion ban.
I think 14 is a good number.
14-week abortion ban. Okay.
They might
It's
have
not
thrown
round.
all this through, and the 15 might have been the
15 is safe for everybody. I think 15 is safe for
They
everybody.
really-
Includes holidays.
Okay.
Like,
These politicians be doing stuff.
see, we talk all this shit.
Doers.
They are doers. They make a difference.
Come
And we
on,
talk all this shit, okay, when we just need to shut our mouths and enjoy our rap beef.
All we doing is complaining.
So
Complaining.
15-week abortion ban.
15 weeks.
Okay.
What do you think about it? When they made that rule about abortion back in the day in 1864, there wasn't shit to do but get pregnant for a woman.
That's true. That's
You were acutely aware of what your period was because that was your only entertainment for the month. You couldn't read.
That's true.
You couldn't ride a horse. You couldn't do nothing. Make a casserole and wait for that fucking bloody Sunday.
God
What? What?
it's funny.
You had once a month. You're going to have the strawberry shortcake. Okay? That once a month, that strawberry shortcake is coming, and that's what you look forward to. So, of course, they were aware of it. These girls now, what are they doing now? Playing Minecraft. Right?
It's a little young.
Yeah, you're right. What are they doing then, Al? What are these girls doing?
Fuck. What's that? What's
Restaurant week?
checkers or some shit.
They
What-
playing
what are all the-
checkers.
all the people
Yeah.
playing? Checkers.
Chess.
Chess. Nah,
Yeah.
checkers.
They playing
They're
chess.
playing chess.
Checkers
with-
is
Those are
children.
good.
With the NBA players, bro, they're playing 40 chess. You know what I'm saying? They're plotting, dude.
What do you
They're
say?
plotting.
What are you saying?
They're playing 40 chess. They're
What are
trying
you
to get.
saying?
They're trying to get a kid cooking. You know what I'm
Are
saying?
you saying that they're trying to use these NBA players
Yeah, that's
and get
crazy.
pregnant with them?
That's what
Yeah.
you're trying to say. Accuse women of doing?
I mean, I don't think guys are doing it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I don't think guys are fucking NBA players trying to get pregnant. In my experience,
Yo.
it's almost primarily women.
Listen,
I don't know.
I don't want to throw a wrench into this like plan that we've devised here,
Right.
but I will throw one more suggestion. The amount of time that you have is dependent on the financial situation you're in. So, if you make over $250,000 a year,
Yeah.
you have 8 months to decide.
What is that?
Go the other way.
So 32-week abortion ban.
Yeah,
32-week abortion ban.
if you're a
I
woman,
think 32 weeks
yeah,
is good.
if you're a woman, you're making $250,000. You could support the baby on your own. It's not a big deal. Like you are not dependent on anybody else.
Yeah.
The only person's life has changed is yours. You should be entitled up to 9 months, to be honest.
So 36 weeks.
I think 36 weeks.
36
up
week
to,
abortion.
now, if you have
Settled, dusted.
boom, you got no job,
Yeah.
you a stripper, you know what I mean? You get paid all
stripper's a
cash.
job.
It is, if your job is all cash, you know, if you get paid tips, if you got to iron your money, if you got to use an iron for your money, you know, I think it might be a shorter period.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that I meant to reverse what I just said.
Yeah. I thought it was the other way around.
It's all
I think we solved it, everybody.
We
I think
did.
We really solved it.
We did.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's also late delivery though, so I think we should have like a 40-week abortion.
Yeah.
40 weeks, I think, is
10 months.
10 months.
Yo, that's a good point. What if the baby's late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to build a pad some time. 40 weeks. 40-week abortion ban, done and dusted.
How far off do you think we are from like, yeah, we're killing something. We don't know if it's a full human yet, but we're killing something. But we're okay with that. How far off do you think Americans are from that?
I just feel like there's like what's the term, cognitive dissonance or whatever. When it's got a heartbeat,
Yeah.
it's not alive. It's not a life. You guys are all convinced.
I just feel like we be gaslighting these Christians, man. These Christians are like, yo, there's a heartbeat. And then we're like, man, shut up, gay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
you don't
they-
like gays. Shut up. Why y'all hate gays so much?
Yo, that's
Yo, why don't you watch your priest? Like, yo, they say shit that is true and is so
Yes.
obvious, and we just call them
1000%.
homophobic.
And then if you acknowledge it's murder, it's like, yo, it's got a heartbeat. So what do you say to that? They have nothing. There's no. I've never heard.
I'm saying we got to stop gaslighting the
Yes.
Christians, but we also just have to accept how we kind of feel.
Yeah.
That's
Which-
like Louis' biz. Like,
What'd he say?
It's killing a baby. But
Yeah.
women should be allowed to kill babies.
Yeah.
Like, it's like women should be allowed to kill what's inside of them.
Yeah.
But it is killing.
Up to a certain point. I think that they should only be allowed to kill a certain amount of them. That's another thing.
Oh no, this is fire.
And
This is fire.
Let me ask you something now. If you found out a girl had 24 abortions, you got to take away that right? Like,
Nah, there's a number.
there is a number.
Like an advent calendar.
That's a kink at that point.
No, what's
Yo, yo, you into it, bro. You really into it.
God damn, that's a serial.
I'll give you a baker's dozen. 13.
So
Did
it's
you
like,
see the trans woman that was trying to get a uterus put in to be the first trans woman to have an abortion?
oh my
Dog,
God.
this
fire.
bitch doing
What?
too much.
They trying to be hated, bro. They trying to be hated.
That's kind of fire.
They trying to be hated. No, they trying to be hated.
Why is that
This
bad?
bitch doing too much. yo.
Why?
Come on.
I mean, it is a lot, right?
It's
Why?
just too much.
Why?
Nah, if you gonna go, go.
No, but
If you gonna go,
Man, yo,
go.
pro-choice and pro-abortion are different things. This bitch is pro-abortion.
listen, Alex is proof that you don't have to be a woman to have an abortion. That trans dude could have a million abortions right now. Why the hell does he need to
Yeah.
be inside it?
Trans rights, bro.
Al will get them pregnant.
Imagine getting a uterus put in, getting pregnant to just have an abortion. What a
What doctor is doing that? What doctor's like, yeah, let's
What are
run
you
it.
even connected to? I don't even know if the power outlets
That's
work.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
It's like the UCB, what is it called? USB-C?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
What is it connecting to?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Right?
what you wired it
The
up.
dongle.
What, for real, like we have to, is that even a real thing that they can do? They can put a uterus inside there?
I think so.
Yeah, we can-
I
Can
don't
you put a uterus on a dolphin?
know. No, let me look.
We're using pig kidneys now, so it's like we can do a lot.
But what's a kidney do? Kidney
Yeah,
just,
you gotta hook it up though.
we got a place for a kidney. So
yeah,
you
but
just
we
switch
taking
it
it from a
out.
pig.
Oh,
And it's working.
New
So
Delhi-based surgeon would soon attempt a uterine transplant on a transgender woman. It hasn't been performed successfully yet, but people assigned male at birth.
Man, this guy just want to kill a trans.
I mean,
That's cat.
that is funny.
That is just
That is
Let's be honest about what that was. Oh, I could put a uterus in you.
Experimental surgery. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they're trying it. They're trying to make it work.